Welcome to Conversations with Body and Mind with myself, Nirvana Lange. Body and Mind is your health and wellness online directory. And coming up in today's conversation is Debbie Schulze, and she's going to talk to us about Herbalife Nutrition. Now, it's actually Debbie Rich and Andrew Schulze. Is that correct, Debbie?
So now they call me Debbie Rich Schulze. So I stuck with the name Rich because it makes me feel abundant, and I love that.
It's wonderful. Welcome. Well, I'm looking forward to learning more about you and your products and all the benefits. So let's go straight into who is Debbie. There must be quite a bit of a story that has led you up to wanting to do this. You set off recording 25 years, so that's an incredible commitment to the confidence that you have in your product. But what led up to your what's that story, that journey that you said, I want to do this, and then found the benefits of that?
Well, thanks for the opportunity, and it is quite a story. I used to live up in Gauteng in Benoni, and I'd always been interested in longevity and anti-aging. So I studied to be a beauty therapist while I was in my first marriage with 3 kids around. So it was quite interesting, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it because that was my lifelong dream. And you know what mothers are like? They say, darling, you have to learn to type. Otherwise, you're never going to get anywhere in life. So I did that first. And then I studied to be a beauty therapist between having mothers, and my background is also in personnel consultancy. So I have an innate love for people and helping people. And I'd watched my mother, beautiful, beautiful mother. I watched her aging quite badly. And that got me into a state of how can I prevent that, firstly, from happening to me? And secondly, to help others, because you know how when you love people, all you want to do is really help people. And then the money comes later. That's always been my philosophy in life. And so I studied that. And unfortunately, our marriage dissolved. And I set up a nice little beauty salon from home. But then I moved to KZN to start a new life. And that was in about 1993. And I was really battling to find a solution to making an income to pay our bond and all that type of thing. And one of my customers at my salon, because I had set up a bed and breakfast, a salon, and my gorgeous boyfriend was running a charter yacht that he built with his own hands, and he's from Australia. So both of us were quite broke, and between us we have 5 children, and that was not an easy place to be. Okay.
Wow.
So the one day I just phoned my doctor and I said, Mike, I need to get some antidepressants, because I was living on that roller coaster between tranquilizers, antidepressants, and I'd always been a yo-yo dieter. So I'd never done safe diet practices because I'd get very thin and be using diet drugs. And that was not a great place to be. You have a lot of energy, but you fall in a heap and then you lose all your muscles. So it's really not a safe way to diet.
Yeah.
And luckily that day, I walked into one of the shops at Musgrave and I saw my future Herbalife sponsor. And she was wearing a crazy button that said, lose weight now, ask me how. And I thought, but I couldn't believe the difference in her, because she'd been to me for a massage about a couple of months before that, but she had completely transformed. And I said to her, Janetta, whatever you're doing, I want it. And she said, great, I'll come and see you at your house, because she knew where I lived. And I said, I'll be home in half an hour. So she came along, and I was in a bad financial state. And I was also not used to finding anything natural that could work. So I'd done a lot of network marketing companies. I won't mention any names. And I'd failed dismally every time because I didn't believe in the products. You know, you've got to believe in something if you want to succeed. And Janetta, in her wisdom, luckily, she was a great sponsor. She got me onto the whole product range. There was only 4 products at that time. That was in 1995. And I never liked shake. And I didn't like the Herbalife tea. I said, oh, that is revolting. And she said to her, but this is, Debbie, look at me. This is what I used. And if you want the results, you have to do what I did. So I thought, well, that makes sense. And then in the second breath, I said, by the way, and I can't afford to pay these prices because my financial situation was shocking. And she said to me, well, I don't do discounts. I said, yes, you do, because you can sign me up. because I'd known that from network marketing. So I said, no problem, sign me up, and at least I'll get some discount. Needless to say, the family was not very impressed. My boyfriend walked out the room. He thought I was stupid. But I got on the products. I had quite a strong detox because I had been medicating quite heavily.
Absolutely.
But to cut a long story short, we never make medical claims. But it was interesting because I felt that good that my doctor, Mike, is still waiting for me 25 years later. I phoned him that day and I just never went to him later. But I did go through a detox and I felt amazing, though, as soon as I got through that. And I had no time to do the Herbalife business because we were running 3 businesses with 5 children. But I found that when you start to feel that good, you get more hours in your day, you feel amazing, and everyone around you starts asking. So I decided to take it rather seriously and go and attend international events. I met the founder. It took me about 6 to 12 months to get my boyfriend on board. And after that, once we worked as a couple together, he forced me to close my beauty salon. He sold his charter yacht and we went full time into Herbalife. And it's been the most incredible journey, I must tell you.
Nice.
And I've never looked back.
Wow.
You know, it hasn't always been easy, but the products and the company is an incredible support system. And we are the #1 nutrition company in the world. So we feel confident because we use the products ourselves every day.
Yeah. So, wow, that's quite amazing. Right now, 25 years, more or less later, you have been in business with Herbalife. So for people who have never really been introduced to Herbalife and what that is about, like you say, you come into the shop and people wearing this crazy little badge saying, you know, lose weight now, ask me how. And you just like want to do a complete wide berth around them. It's like, please, you know, I don't need that. So can you tell?
I've modified mine says Debbie now. This side. Yeah. There we go. Mine says Debbie.
Yes. So tell us about Herbalife and what it is, you know, and why it's so successful for you.
So thanks for asking that. Yes, Herbalife has been around for 41 years. We've just celebrated our 40th year last year. Funny, that was during the year of lockdown. And it is the #1 nutritional company in the world, officially, also based on natural ingredients, which are really special. But Herbalife used to be known as the #1 weight loss company in the world. And about 17 years ago, when Michael Johnson took over, he was the executive from Disney. He rebranded the company into the #1 nutrition company in the world, which we are, and also the big focus on sport and vitality and skin products that are made from natural ingredients, no parabens, no sulfates. So it's incredible because once you've used the product, it's very hard to forget how amazing you feel. So what we find with people, if their coaches are attentive and do a proper job, people always remember how great they feel. Even if they stopped using the products, they will always come back. But the big focus over the last 5 years has been the Herbalife breakfast, which is an ideal breakfast because it's perfectly balanced. And everyone in the world needs breakfast. And most people don't use their breakfast time to eat the right food. And people are always wondering why they're not well and why they're tired. So the big focus is perfectly balanced nutrition, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, because when you feel good, you start looking after yourself and you start putting yourself first. Then you've got the power to look after your loved ones. So it's really about a holistic approach to looking and feeling amazing. I'm 70 in a year and a half, and most people don't believe that. And I'm grateful because I've achieved what I hope to achieve. You heard about me talking about my mother aging. Yeah. So for me, that is amazing. And I really am so grateful for that. And I feel amazing every day. So I feel and act probably more like a 50-year-old. I've got the energy that goes through the roof. And we don't sell products. What we do is we build relationships and help customers through their journey of either transformation, vitality, anti-aging, and just enhancing their health and well-being. And there's never been more of a critical time in the world for people to take care of themselves, because if your immune system's great and your health is on track, you are going to have a good chance of withstanding this dreadful pandemic that we've gone through, you know?
Yeah.
And it's about really just taking control of your life and your health.
Yeah.
So we're very proud to represent this company, and I feel excited every single day when I wake up. And it's a lot more than a business for me. It's a complete lifestyle.
Yes.
And for somebody that didn't like shakes at all, I was like, shakes? I have not skipped one day in 25 years that I haven't had my at least one shake a day and all my nutritional supplements. So I can run through the basic range.
Yeah.
In South Africa, we've embraced what we call the STAMP program, and the STAMP program represents the nutritional shake. And what's great about the shakes now, they're all vegan ingredients with reduced sugar and very healthy and vegetable protein, which is a complete protein. The T stands for the Herbalife tea, very famous. Everyone just loves it because it gives you loads of energy and it's healthy. And limited caffeine. You know, caffeine is not an unhealthy ingredient. It is people that overdo caffeine. If you don't step over the threshold of the minimum intake of caffeine per day, you're actually doing your mind and your body good, because it gives you vitality and it gives you a boost in your brain. The aloe drink, which is concentrated, that's the A. And then we've got the multi-fiber, which is great for detox and colonic cleansing, which is basically we need 25 grams of fiber a day. So that's the M. And then the P is one of my favorites. It's protein drink mix, which is incredible for, you know, when you're taking in protein at least 5 times a day, you're boosting your metabolic rate, because your muscle needs protein to help your muscle to burn fat. So you stay in good shape as long as you feed in your body protein 5 times a day and cutting out all the unhealthy food. So we coach people, we run transformation challenges, super challenges, 21-day challenges, and we run a studio in Durban, which we call the Durban Point Lifestyle Studio, which is near to the Point, right in the Point actually, where we coach people and run seminars. But most of the business is on Zoom at the moment, where we coach our customers on 3-way calls on Zoom. And when we take on customers, it's more for life, because Herbalife is not a diet, it's a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, I was going to say it's definitely a lifestyle. It's a change of a lifestyle. And that's, I think, sometimes the biggest challenge for people to, you know, and it takes 21 days to create a new habit, doesn't it?
Exactly.
So, and that's all you basically have to do is to commit to 21 days, and then, you know, your lifestyle is set up. Well, you know, and everything else that I will share a link to your page on the Body and Mind website. And before we get into that, why don't you tell us how people can get hold of you, your details, social media, where people can follow or
Thank you. We've got a website, which is linked to the Herbalife website. It's wellforever.info. Our lifestyle studio is the Durban Point Lifestyle Studio, for those who are in Durban. My Instagram page is Debbie Rich Schulze. And my cell phone number is 083-255-9544. I think that's about all you need.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Debbie. And also you can go to the Body and Mind website, which is bodyandmind.coza. We also have the Body and Mind blog.coza, which is an interactive site, and also Body and Mind Health Directory app on your Apple as well as on your Android Play stores, which you can also use to interact. And in the search bar, you can put Debbie Rich Schulze and or Herbalife, and her contact details will come up. We will also share her link in our YouTube link in the chat text box below. Please do subscribe and ring that little bell, get notifications, and share to people that you think that this can gain benefit out of this lovely conversation. And very happy to finally do your interview. You've been quite a while on Body and Mind as a member, and we're really happy to finally, you know, put a face and a voice behind your product. Thank you so much for chatting to me today.
It's been a pleasure, and it's lovely to meet you. And just remember, we don't call ourselves Herbalife. We call ourselves Herbalife Nutrition Independent Members, because that's what we represent. But thank you very much.
That's perfect. Well, thank you for correcting that at the last, because that is important that people know exactly,
Yes.
what you stand for, because that is an energetic that people can follow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.